안녕하세요.
I'm Demarcus Lier.
I'm Ariel.
And we're
Soju for Two.
Okay, so this is our weekly update, and
Yes. So we have a couple shows that left this week, and we're going to do final updates. So I Do, I Love I Tae Ri, they're done this week. And then, so we added 2 new shows, 2 new Japanese dramas to our list. So let's go through number 1. So number 1 this week was
Bridal Mask.
Bridal Mask.
And we thought this one was like, there's a lot more episodes that they added to it. We're at 16 at the end of this week, and it feels like even though we have a lot of episodes left, a lot has happened.
So much.
We started out like we have, what was important to us at the beginning of the second episode, sort of the confession of Kang-to, to the second male lead about that he was in love with her, but then he's saying that also like ulterior, like trying to protect himself, and then you have, so much is happening, and I think the romance still hasn't, like we said last week, still isn't
sparked.
Going on.
But honestly, I think that this show, the level of the quality of acting is just
it's so intense,
amazing.
I think this is one of those dramas that right now, like if you want to watch something intense and that everybody could get along with it, it's this drama. Yeah. I think how it ended,
epic.
It felt like this was the end, or really close to the end of the season, instead of like there's a lot more episodes.
So that's what I was sort of thinking. I'm like, well, since there's going to be so many more episodes, obviously it can't end the way we think we're going to end right now. So I'm excited to see what happens.
We have
next
8
week.
more episodes, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, or how many?
Actually, more. No, I think
10?
it's like we have
a lot of episodes left. So
maybe 12.
I don't know. We have a lot of episodes left. So a lot's gonna happen. But I would say Bridal Mask is a drama that if you are not watching it, you need to be watching it.
Okay, so number 2 this week. Big. Oh my God, so much happened.
Now we're getting really close to the end.
It's almost over,
of
guys.
This drama, and because of that, I feel like it's really hitting its stride. I know some people. We didn't have this problem, but I know some people who were commenting on this were saying that it was getting kind of slow, and obviously, so much has happened.
Basically, all the unveiling has happened. Now they know they're brothers. Oh, he knows he's his brother.
We know the other guy knew before though, because he packed his bag.
Exactly. And then basically we've just sort of gotten to this point where she is trying to save him. In order to save him, she has to pretend like she doesn't love him. It's so emotional.
He knows that if they switch back in order to save, Gong-Yu's character, that he's going to lose his memory. It's just so much
so epic.
happening.
And Gong-Yu crying, honestly, every time I see it, he's such a great crier. It's so emotional. The scene when they're in the kitchen and they're both crying was like heartbreaking for me.
I think
really
this,
great.
Like we're going to talk about our final review of I Love I Tae Ri, but I feel like this is doing a great job of like the complication of this sort of really unlikely situation. Yeah. And I do think that I think the last 2 episodes are going to be epic.
Seriously, guys. Okay, so number 3 this week, we have Rich Man, Poor Woman. So this is the new J-drama we've added.
And this is really high up there for us.
Yeah, we're on episode 2, and I am loving this drama. Now, what we basically have happened in the plot, I guess to the end of this episode, he realizes that he needs her to work with him. And I love how dramatic he is. Like, when he comes to the school, and he's, like, screaming at her, and he's like, I guess I'm here to apologize. Something about him is just so endearing.
I also think this happened kind of quick.
Yeah.
I didn't know where, like, in these kind of dramas, we all know what we're expecting. Yeah. And I expected it would take, like, 8 episodes, the average, for that to happen. So, with this happening quickly, I'm kind of excited to see, what's going to happen
I think now he knows that, like, he needs her professionally, so we're waiting for the moment he realizes he needs her romantically. And then we also clearly see that the chef character, the other woman, is going to be some sort of love triangle.
We knew that right away, though. She was like way too pretty to just be like a side character.
Exactly. So this is going to be great, guys. We love it, and you need to be watching it. It's Japanese drama. It's got a great cast.
And I think it's really interesting, so I would say check it out.
Watch
now, the 4th one is also the Japanese drama this week. They're coming in strong.
Really
this is
strong.
Sprout. And even though this is a much younger drama...
and it's really short, guys.
Really
it's like
short.
30 minutes.
Yeah, we just are really liking it. I think it's a different idea. And so this was a manga, and like we said that last week, what I noticed this week kind of better was that they have these like splices of, instead of like internal monologue in most dramas, what you see is like whatever the thing
text is she's thinking.
Yeah, and they say it.
And why this is great is that it's sort of like a comic book and that you have it written, but it's also kind of like a diary. Like, it just feels so like real.
Right, and I think the lead actress is amazing.
Great.
amazing.
And I need to talk about the music for a second. Now, this song, they played a few songs. This song they've been playing a lot is "Cruel and Beautiful." I'll put the link.
Beautiful World.
Yeah, it's "Cruel and Beautiful World." I'll put the link down here. I've actually, Grouplove. I've actually used this song in a few of our compilation.
Yeah, we have
Kiss
it in
videos.
Chinese Inheritance, right?
Yeah, and I mean, I love this song. So this is how I knew we'd love this. It ends on a really dramatic note with an almost kiss.
In the second episode. And that really is like an hour's worth of TV. I mean, I feel like this one is going to end too fast.
It's going to. I feel like it's much better than it's like getting quality time on TV.
But it's very, I would say it's definitely younger.
Yeah.
So if you're a younger viewer or just like sweet dramas, I mean, I think this one has a little intensity to it too, but it is definitely a younger drama.
We like it a lot. So it's kind of
really
came out of nowhere. So number 5. So I Need Romance 2. I am 100% in love with this show. Like, honestly, I'm really in love with it.
And it really, for us right now, is surpassing the first one.
It's
we've
very
said that
complex.
Before, but it's really interesting. The characters for us are more compelling this time, right?
Mm-hmm. Completely. Like, I think the female lead is not at all obnoxious to me. I feel like she's very real and, like, sort of like, you feel like someone that's, like, in her early 30s. She just... Her like outlook is really fresh to me, and
she
I don't
really annoyed us a lot less in this one.
Exactly. And the male lead, I really am loving him because we're starting to see the complexity. No longer is he just this jerk, this like a commitment phobe. It's sort of like in this one, there's obviously something going on where he can't marry her.
Issues.
Yeah, so it's less of like he's not a cheater. There's just something going on where he can't.
And he obviously has feelings for her.
Yeah, and then the other guy from...
is doing a great job.
What's he from? Personal
her.
Taste.
Yeah.
I love him. So this is going to be so complex. Love it.
I mean, this is a really rough week for us because we're already down to 5, right?
Yeah.
And we like all of these dramas.
Oh, so much.
Okay, so next is number 6, and this is Dr.Jin. Now, Dr.Jin fell for us a little bit because we were really sad by this episode.
Yeah, it was just sad. Like, honestly, we still love it. It just...
Yeah, you have, like, a major medical, issue with the main female lead. You have... I get upset when Jae-jung's sad.
Okay, Jae-jung almost killed himself. Yeah. I mean, that was emotionally draining for us, and we had trouble with it. So, it was really good acting this week. I just think that it was really depressing, so...
I guess I didn't see it going that way, with her being, like, sick or something, and for me, that, like, made me upset.
And then also we find out about the tumor thing. Like, the reason why he's having these things is because he's getting a tumor, or he has a tumor that's been growing in his head since
we all know from the beginning that it's totally like
a fetus or something in his head.
Very weird.
So we still haven't like figured that out. Like they explained part of it, and it's interesting that the Gi-sang is the one explaining all of this. Like I didn't see that coming. That she'd be the one who knew everything.
Well, I mean, I think that did make sense though because we knew she was like sort of really
sort of fortune
special,
teller,
and that she had that going on. But it is interesting how that was playing out.
Yeah, and I think the show is just it's different than what we thought it was going to be.
It's true.
We really like it, but it's just totally different than what we were imagining.
Okay, so last one is 7 and probably our least favorite.
Oh, it's
and
Ghost.
Really the only thing we really wouldn't want to be watching.
Honestly, okay, I got excited because it's at episode 16, so I thought this was the end. But there's 4 more episodes, guys. So the reason honestly, I think there's nothing new for us to say about this. I'm just really
isn't. It was disappointed. There was one cute moment in this entire...
There was a cute moment when they open up the folder of pictures and the guy's like, "Oh, she's pretty," so I took all these pictures of her. That was cute.
It.
That was the only cute moment.
We really like nothing about this.
Sorry, guys.
Drama.
Ghost. Not our favorite at all. So
that's it.
That's it this week. So check out our reviews for the final reviews for I Do, and I Love I Tae Ri.
Yep. All right, thanks.
Bye, guys.